Outer Orange.
Today, we're gonna go over some Shadowverse Evolve. Basically, we have a new set that just dropped, and I thought I'd go over some lists. I haven't done one of these in a while, so we're gonna go back and kind of just look through what's going on. We're gonna look at Decksander first, and I actually have a couple more sporadic lists on Twitter that I found. Let's go ahead and just look and see what's going on in Shadowverse Evolve Set 9. Let's do it. All right, fam, here we are back on Decksander's blog. Gave us the list. A lot of vampires, a lot of earthrite, some black and white puppets, dimension shift, and then basically there's a bunch of others. This set has actually quite a few of supporting cards for other decks as well, outside of what you're seeing here, but primarily people really focused on vampire and earthrite. Will that repeat here for us on the English side? I don't know. Worlds is very soon. We got about 2 weeks left until Worlds starts, and it's hard to say exactly what the format's going to look like because we also have access to 2 decks that are a little bit more newer, which is the two structure decks that are in this. Supposed it's Duelist and one other deck that are just a little bit more that weren't supposed to come out this soon, but we didn't get structure decks, so we got them like in a set instead, so it's a little different. Anyway, let's go ahead and look through these. We got Forest, we have Puppets very popular. Very strong deck. I just built this, like literally just like today I built this deck, and it's so fast, it's so insane, it's so good. Very good deck. I really love the combination of things, and actually it's been winning really hard during set 8 in the English side for BCS, so this deck is definitely a monster. So this is one variant. I really like this variant. This is the variant I'm currently on. I'm not running this. I'm running, I think I'm running Fashionista or something else in this slot, but I am running one, I think, Cassiopeia as well, so it's a Cassiopeia something else over this. I didn't try this out in this deck either, but this might not be too bad. It's the bomb that basically like burns your opponent if I remember correctly. But yeah, I really like this new card. This is Substitution, that basically it's a quick effect they can do on your opponent's turn. That's also really interesting. You can bounce a card on while they're attacking, which is cool. So there's that. But yeah, overall I really like where Puppet's gone, and I actually think Puppet's definitely gonna be one of the decks to look out for. Also, Hunter got some support recently. I haven't touched Hunter in a couple sets, but they did get some new cards, so maybe there's a world where Hunter actually isn't too bad, and this one drop is just like a really good card as well. And I see they're running Elephant in this list too, so there's that. We have some stuff for Sword. Sword has black and white as like the most popular deck, but you can still run like a mid-range deck or something else if you want. But black and white is really fast. It's just a very aggressive deck. It's very speedy. It kind of shuts you down really fast. And I see what Ice is still in here, but basically this is like the new cards, which is here's the black and here's the white. They kind of switch each other out, and then you run Rim, I think her name is Rim, and then you have like this new supporting card here. You have this girl here. She has like a little flip effect, like which is right here. She has like there's like 2 different abilities you can do with her, and then you run Leald. And there's this new one drop that came out this set that basically gets extra power if you like evolve to follower. That's also really cool. And you just basically just go down the tunnel of like beating your opponent down before they have a chance to do anything. So people also run Courtly Dance as well with this card. It's also really good. The Courtly Dance in this build is also like another option. Here's another black and white. Let's see what this one's looking like. It's a deck log, so we can actually like, look at it. Here's another version. So like I said, yeah, this card's really insane. This is basically, I believe this is Floral Fencer on crack if I remember correctly. This is the one that has Storm, and she calls two dudes to summon out like 2 knights. Yeah, she's just really insane. One of my friends has been telling me about how crazy this card is. And then they're running the Tsubaki in their build as well. It's a little bit different, but it has some similarities. So here's the Courtly Dance I was talking about. So they're running the Courtly in there. One more, see if there's anything else that's changed. She's another list. They're running, I think her name is Romania. I haven't seen her in a little bit, but there's that as one. And again, there's that Courtly Dance. And then Tsubaki as well. I'm kind of surprised seeing Tsubaki this often. I know she's like a little bit of a low cost, but I heard this card wasn't like too insane. It was a very popular card to pick, but maybe in here it is. And then there's that one drop again. That's Oceanus, her name is. And yeah, she's just really good. It's basically you can select an FBO Dare 2, or you can give your leader +1. It's just a really good card. I really like this new one drop that people have been kind of poking in, throwing into their decks. Let's look at Rune. So Rune is obviously mainly known for the new dirt that's like really strong, but you can also go down dimension shift still with Huon. So that's still like a thing. I know some people are still cooking with Huon even with restrictions. You can still play it. It's just not as good, but it might be better with this deck because there's like new cards that we got. So there might be a room for it as well. And then obviously there's Earthrite, which is like definitely considered the best deck of the format. I think the other deck, like the Bats deck, is pretty up here too. Basically you have like a really good way of just getting access to your stacks with this new wolf guy. You have the new little mage here that helps you out. There's this new Artemis. There's this girl that helps you, that gets you the golems going. This guy is like a really good factor to this deck. And then some run Medusa. I don't actually know how useful Medusa is. And then basically just burn your opponent down with the golems like mid to late game. And then you have access to like board removal and all that stuff. So there's lots of those Potion Girl. I actually know those Potion Girls in this deck, and I found out and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. So just some little new stuff I found out about the deck. I thought it was like her own deck, but it's not. But here's another list. They're mostly standard. Like most people run kind of the same kind of variants of them. They don't change change too much. Here's first place, if you're curious about what a first place list looks like. And then again, like, it's pretty similar from what you're seeing. You're kind of seeing the standard, and so you run Angelic Barrage to deal with like all the 1-drop matchups as well. So this is also not a bad idea. This is the pretty version of Angelic Barrage. And there's Idol, just a little bit of that. Lashana has been getting some support here and there, and her card's actually really good. So some people have been also experimenting with Lashana. Onion as well. Onion is one I'm a big fan of. I think this is just such a funny concept to just basically this Onion lets you play more copies of itself, and you have like an Onion Master right here that kind of plays off of it, and then you have like the potion, a couple little small things that you can do that makes it just way more fun. So very, very enjoyable. Next we have Dragon. Dragon has Disdain, which I'm not too sure if that's the route to go. Maybe it is. So it did do well. It did get into championship. So someone was running it, and they're running the Tart Man to search for whatever card you need. Again, it gives you access to cards you need, and this is kind of a bit of a newer card. I think this card came out last set. This little dragon dude. So there's some small changes, but and then I remember this card being a thing. This looks kind of new too. So it looks like they're running something, and we have Forte, of course, because Forte is still a monster. Still a monster of a card, so we'll continue to be a monster of a card. We have Natora as well, so let's see what Natora is up to. So this is right, this runs the new card. This is Java or Jarva, I believe the name is. It has like a waifu version of itself. This one, you have to discard your hand at the start of your main phase. You deal 5 damage to each other follower of the field to draw a card. So basically you get your draw back, and you can also evolve it into its other form, which is, this is the version I pulled. This is the waifu version. Also deals damage to each other follower of the field. Each enemy leader draw a card. So the evolve form is actually kind of nuts. So then this also runs the older, this is the Natura package as well. And then as you can see here, we have the Magna, I believe her name is. This is my second since I've seen these cards. We also have the Magna as well to kind of help with that. And then we have Dragon Newt. Now this is the deck, I saw a lot of support in this one. And then, so this might be definitely a deck to consider. And then also for us, we also have the Duelists. So we also have that to kind of look out for, and those decks are kind of different from like the standards. And then going over to Abyss, Bats is definitely like the most popular pick. Basically it's just like Board Swarm, like crazy every single turn. These new 1-drops are like really insane. There's actually a 2-drop you can run as well, but this list is, oh yeah, they're running it. Here's the 2-drop as well. Basically these 1-drops let you get your Bats going, and then they also have secondary effects where they can heal or burn if you rest them, and they kind of do other stuff. Then you have more Bat generators. Then you have Vanilla herself. This is the old version, but then you also have the newer version where she has like a flip form of herself, and you gotta go into either one. Whispers of a Dream is just a cracked like little quick spell you can to bury your deck. And then we run the new Uma. This is an Uma, not Uma, sorry, this is an Idol Master card that I've been talking about. Oh, I talked about it a while ago. I talked about it on Idol release. Basically this card buffs up your 1-drops, so you can buff up your Bats with this card, so it's really insane. I don't know what this one does because this is a little different from what I'm used to. And then this one's it's basically another spell you can run. And then some people have been going to the 7-drop now. It's also Vampire lets you revive certain cards. You have Rose Queen, because you do run a bit amount of 2-drops here. So this is all the 2-drops you run. Quite a bit. It's enough to where she'll proc, and she checks for 2-drops, and then she gets like additional effects for every 2-drop. And then this new guy is like insane. He basically summons like a bunch of Bats, and then he also has he gives them Russian Assail, and then on evolve he also gets them extra power. So this card's also nuts. They're a really good combination. And I'm noticing they're running one of this, so they have like one backup of like this right here. Where is it? That's crazy. I didn't even notice that. So we also have a random Idol Master card. I don't know if this was intentional or not. That's really cool. But that's basically what Bats is doing. It's very aggressive. It's very, very fast. It burns you down. It's a very very fast deck. So I'm running Dupe Blame too. That's another one I've been seeing. It's been a popular pick amongst some choice. Some run the 4-drop Bat generator as well. This one also is pretty common. You'll notice I know a lot about this deck because this is like my main craft, I would say. Currently it's the craft I play the most, I would probably say. So I know quite a bit on this angle. So yeah, basically all the lists look pretty similar. This one looks more standard than what I'm used to, which I like. I like seeing that it's like more simple. They kind of just went down the path of simplicity. No like random 1-0s and all that stuff. There's just like, here's all the Bat stuff, here's all the good stuff, and we're just gonna call it a day. So yeah, there's another list, and then I'm gonna stop talking about it because I feel a little biased talking about it. Here you have Haven. So Haven got Amulet. Haven't tried this out yet, but I'm actually learning it today. So basically you just spawn your Amulet to kind of just play the slow game of like healing a lot and then just kind of killing on end game potential. But I haven't looked too deeply into Amulet. I'm actually really excited because I love Haven. Haven is probably my favorite craft. I don't know why, I just really like it for some reason. Looks like we have this new deer that does a lot. She lets you evolve into a light or a dark deer, and then you can look at top 5 cards of your deck and you reveal an amulet from among them, and it looks like, yeah, she flips into either or. So very interesting there. So it's a little double It's so pretty. It's such a pretty. So we have a deer that works with amulets. I do know what this Uma card. This is actually a really good Uma card. Basically lets you find amulets. And then the other Uma cards, this is amulet itself that basically like you can deal damage, and also on Venfair she banishes. Really, really insane card. I was actually playing amulet, not necessarily amulet haven. I was kind of doing a 50-50 where it's like amulet with Aegis haven, and that was really good because it also was like, it was a good like board clear, but also like control type of deck with like some really good end game potential. So yeah, I'm kind of curious about where this goes. It's kind of funny seeing Meowskers in here. I'm noticing no Jean, like no, but I'm assuming you just don't run it in a deck like this. Maybe there's something else for Jean in the future coming. I don't know. And none of the Amaterasu cards are in here, or the Jeweled Priestess or anything like that. I'm looking to see what else could be running here, but I guess you just don't want it. I guess you just want a bunch of amulets. There's also this thing right here, which lets you draw a card, and then on death, you can select a power to field with 3 defense rest and kill it off. So basically it just stays there and they can kill it off. I'd be really mindful of like decks that can nuke your amulets. Like, it'd be really scary. Luckily enough, this format doesn't really care too much about amulet nuking, so you're a little bit more safe. Here's another amulet list, and then this one's running the 2-drop amulet, or the code GS one, as some people know, and it's running Exhale as well, so that's really cool. And then running the Rabbit as a little amulet booster. And then no Aegis, so here's Themis Decree. Themis Decree is such a good card here because it destroys like followers, and you usually don't have any followers, so you can just Themis Decree your way out of lethal range from your opponent killing you. They have to keep refilling a board if you Themis Decree it over and over again. So that's also really fun. And then I saw there was one control haven list. Let's see what's going on here. So this is control. It definitely looks control-y. It's running a lot of the banish, and the Jean package. Yeah, this is Aegis basically. So this is the Aegis build with a touch of Kaguya. And then that's basically it. So this is just basically an old build. This is an old deck because like no one really plays this anymore. Because here's the Jean, and yeah, it's just basically control for sure. Go play control. Now let's look at the list that I have. I have a couple here. So this is a hunter list. Another hunter list I found. This is for JP side of things, and here is their Twitter. And then I also have another hunter list here as well during this set. So here's another one that you can look into. And then also I have another control Aegis list. So this is just another one that you can like piggyback off of if you want to play Aegis again. Notice this one runs this is PP. This is actually PP Haven because it runs the PP package. This is my build. Well, not literally my build, but this is the build I was on during older sets. So this is a little bit of an older build here. And then here's a little bit more. Got another like amulet version. Yeah, so this one runs the little guy here, and then there's Exhale. This one runs that, and then there's actually some more in here. So we have I actually picked this up because of Fable. I should be liking this. Oh, I'm not logged in because I'm on my this is on Internet Explorer, but this one runs this is Egg. You guys know how much I like eggs. This one's Meowskers and stuff like that. I think Egg's a little too slow this format, but hey, someone tried making it work. Someone tried, but yeah, Egg feels way too slow now. It feels like you just get board wipes and then you just lose because of it. You just don't draw fast enough. And then we have here Item Master. So in case you still have your Item Master deck, because it's really cheap to build, you can actually play Item Master as well, because so that's another consideration. It's extremely cheap. So there's that. And then here is a rune. So this was, I believe, Lashena. I think this is Lashena or Academia. This looks like Lashena. Yeah, it is a Lashena, another Lashena version. It runs the Angel in here. So this is a Angel. Let me read you guys. It's Paradise Vanguard. He can evolve, and if there's at least 5 Angel cards in your cemetery, go select a card on the field and banish it. And then I don't know what his evolve does, so let's check that out. His evolve says select an enemy follower that costs 4 or less on the field and banishes. That's cool. So he has like two removals and 1 card, so that's pretty neat. So, but that's kind of weird. I don't know if some of these cards have angels. Maybe these are angel cards. I'm not too sure, but that's kind of cool. I like seeing decks like this. It's very different. And then here's another one. This is Sword. So this is like a different variation. This is Thief Sword. So if you've been wanting to play Thief, say you're like getting back into the game, you can also pick up a deck like this, where if you already have Thief, then you can just upgrade it, add like this new 1-drop. You can honestly, this deck, you can have this new Sword card. This one's a little bit newer. You basically can keep the deck kind of samey and then add some new love to it. And then I also this is the onion build that we saw earlier. So there's that. That's basically everything. I was kind of like poking around. I want to show you guys like just more decks out there. Obviously Deck Standard provides a lot, but also, you know, I wanted to give you guys a little bit more than just Deck Standard as well. So, and also I didn't check Uma and Idol here, but there's nothing here. That's basically it. This format's gonna be interesting for English side because, like I said, we do have the Aftershock deck and then in Duelist, like I think whatever that all is. I think there's one other deck we have as well that that Japan doesn't have during this time, so we might have a very interesting format coming in. There's a lot to build. There's actually an angel deck you can build, like a pure angel deck now, because there's a bunch of angel cards to set. Something I'm trying out this set. I always try angels out every set because I'm a big fan of angels. I just think they're super cool, and this set actually has a lot of them. So whether it's good or not, I doubt it, but it's just a really cool concept to just try out. Angels has a lot of removal too, and that 7-drop picks up other people's cards, and then it becomes their card. So just a really interesting concept of you get to steal people's cards. And you can even evolve them if you have the evolve on your side. So just a little goodies that you can try out. So yeah, but that's basically it. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope it was informative to you. I'm just getting kind of back into creating Shadowverse content again, so I'm a little bit slower. I'm trying to kind of get back into the groove of things, but I hope you guys enjoyed that. And as always, 50 cards out shop, he does Shadowverse evolve, so you can use my code orange to save yourself some money if you're currently buying into set 9, if you're looking into future sets, or if you need supplies. He's got a ton of it, including Vanguard, which is also coming up soon. So if you're big into Vanguard, he has a bunch of the Vanguard sleeves as well that you can pick up those. I picked up my red sleeves. You can pick up your IG sleeves or whatever else you may need. And that, guys, like I said, again, code orange. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. As always, please like and subscribe. It does help a lot. Peace out. Das Vidania. See you guys in a future video. Bye.